Failure in business isn't just about losing money, it's losing control of your emotions. That's what makes most entrepreneurs freeze, shut down, or even quit.
Yeah, and most wait to feel confident before acting. But what if, even in your darkest moments, you could choose your emotional state and then lead with confidence?
I've seen entrepreneurs master emotional control under pressure, saving failing businesses and avoiding burnout. And this mindset shift keeps you focused, steady, and ready to act when it matters most.
And in this video, we're revealing the #1 skill that empowers you to lead when everything depends on it and how to start mastering it right now.
Most people don't realize this, but you can actually choose your emotional state. Let's talk about something that people rarely connect with failure: emotional skill. Not just bouncing back emotionally, but choosing your emotional state before you act.
Most people wait to feel right before they act.
Yeah.
But what if you could choose how you feel first? Now, I've been doing this for over 25 years, so I'm quite practiced at it.
Yeah.
But when I first started off, it was quite tricky. You've got to turn that belief into faith and keep going. So every morning I ask myself still the same questions. What do I need to feel today? Do I need to be calm? Do I need to show courage? Or is it focus that's being called for? Then I build it, I picture it, and I move into that state. It's not a trick, it's training. And if it's training, then anybody can do it. You've just got to learn it.
Yeah.
And over time, it becomes how you lead, even when things are falling apart. In fact, that's probably one of the best times to do it.
So, do you mean you don't wait to feel confident? You create it? Is that what you're meaning? So what does that look like kind of day to day?
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean, Michelle, is that you actually create it. So I start each day by picturing how I want it to feel. Not just the to-do list, but the energy behind it. I picture it clearly. Clarity is the key here. What it looks like to move through the day with mindset. How I'd think, how I'd speak, how I'd show up. So I'm visualizing what is planned for the day. I'm actually speaking to myself at that time. So I'm actually giving to my future self that feeling that I'm going to have that strength. I'm giving it that support. So when I actually get there, my mind goes, oh yeah, I knew this was going to happen. And you said, you're going to be courageous when you deal with that issue. You're going to say what you think.
Yeah.
And that actually materializes itself. That's not just posture, it's reset. I'm telling my body and brain, this is how today will be. And when things derail, which they always do, and we've got to be prepared for that, I go back to the same habit. Picture the outcome that I want, feel it. You've got to feel it. Then move like I'm already there. It's not some morning routine hack. It's how I lead. And it's, it comes from the inside out.
Yeah. I know sometimes I wake up and just thinking about what I've got to get through that day, my to-do list, makes me want to pull the covers back over my head. And it takes real effort to get out of bed. But what you're saying is you're not letting the day dictate how you feel.
No.
You're setting the tone of this is how I'm going to feel.
Yeah.
Which then you take over. That is how your body then.
And I feel like I don't want to take the duvet off. I don't allow that to dictate my day. What I do, no matter how I feel, I get up and do the same thing.
Yeah, you do.
Because that is how I take control. And this still matters now because failure doesn't just mess with your plans, it messes with your head.
Yeah.
If I don't manage my state, I'm going to stall, I'm going nowhere. And I'm talking about the real stuff, when things go sideways, if we lose money, if a plan flops, or the work, just doesn't come in. It does knock you. You feel it. You're going to acknowledge that you will feel it, but you don't allow that to control you.
It's quite difficult though, isn't it?
Yeah, because I've trained myself to come back fast. I'm not waiting a week for this. Yeah. I'm going, this is bad news. This isn't what I expected, But what I'm now going to do is reset, build the feeling I need. That might be drive, focus. A lot of the time it's just belief. That's how I keep moving. That's what I call resilience.
Can we talk about that word resilience for a moment, though?
Of course you can. I love it.
But it's something that people throw around. You know, you hear it quite a lot, resilience. They've got resilience. But what does it actually mean in real life?
That's a really big question, isn't it? When we say resilience, we're not talking about just pushing through. A lot of people think, resilience is sort of barging your way through, overcoming the problems. It's not about being tough at all. Real resilience is your ability to reset fast.
Right.
How quickly, like an elastic, how quickly can you get back on track? Is how quickly you can move from stuck to clear.
That's an interesting way
From
of looking at resilience. Yeah.
To focused. And it matters because when things go wrong, you feel it.
Yeah.
Plans fail. That's the reality. Clients pull out.
Yeah.
You lose money. But I train myself to reset fast.
If you're thinking, okay, that sounds great, but how do I actually do that? So, I mean, Mark, this is something that, like you say, you've done that for years. Can you walk us through what that looks like in practice? Just the first step that, someone watching can take tomorrow morning, for example.
Yeah. If you want to try this, start simple. Before the day kicks off, pause. Let's just start with a minute, 60 seconds, and ask yourself significant questions. What do I need to feel to lead well today? Pick one word. Might be focus, calm, might be courage. Whatever fits, then stand up. Breathe deep. Picture yourself already in that state. Imagine whatever that is. Might be a presentation that you're going to do. Imagine yourself in that room. You might not even have seen that room. You might not have seen that person, but imagine those people, because faces will fill those characters.
Yeah.
But what's important is your state. How would you walk? How would you talk? Work from there. Hold it. In fact, how have you talked? That is, imagine it's already been delivered. Hold it, lock it in, then begin your day from that place. That one habit, it starts to change how you respond when that pressure hits. You're ready for it before it arrives.
Yeah. And I guess the key point with that is don't expect instant results. It's not a one and done trick. I mean, as I said,
right.
You've done it for years. And what I've seen is people who get the biggest shifts are the ones who stay with it. They persist even before they see the outcome.
Exactly. Most people give up too early. In fact, I think I need to rephrase that, because most people give up. Just don't give up. It's not something where you try it once or twice and then you just don't feel the changes coming. Don't do that. That's where this resilience comes in, and persistence. Just keep that going, because it's like any training, it's about the reps. If you're building muscles, you've got to keep the reps in there. And that's the same when you're building that brain muscle. Ultimately, you've got to have faith that you're going to be able to build those biceps. And the same with the brain muscle. You've got to have faith that you're actually building it. And you will have some aches and pains. Just same with any muscle. When you exercise it, it hurts a bit. You keep doing it until your system starts responding differently. And when that happens, it doesn't just shift your mornings, it shifts your whole day.
And if you didn't see the first video in this short series about the neuroscience of resilience, go check it out. Links in the description.
So far, we've built that emotional agility. Agility is an important word, I think, because you need that mental agility. People understand what agile bodies are. Well, we need that same agility in your mind. To finish this framework, we need to look at the mindset, the thing that changes everything. I expect failure, and I think that will surprise some people, because they seem to think that it's about positive thinking and don't look at failure. Well, guess what? Spoiler alert, failure happens. It's not a surprise, it's part of the plan. Now you need to make it part of your plan, because every time we try something new, I know for sure we'll miss the mark somewhere. I don't treat that as a stop sign. I treat it as a signal. It shows me where to sharpen, where to learn, and where to grow.
Fuel first means you don't just survive failure, you use it. You ask, what did this teach me? And what's my next move? And over time, that habit rewires how you see everything.
I used to, and I'm pretty sure we used to, take failure personally.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, that takes some effort to stop doing that. But I think we're now in a position where we look at failure and we see that as data.
Yeah.
We ask, where's the gap? What needs refining? So we don't fall down the gap in depression.
Yeah, and that's the shift. Fuel first isn't about just bouncing back. It's about building forward from where you are. And it's what's taken us from scrambling in the early days to creating work that we're proud of now.
That's what gives us the edge. We expect challenges and we train to grow because of them.
Yeah.
They're the opportunity, the challenges.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I look back 10 years, well, even 2 years, and we're not those people anymore. That's the whole point. Growth means constantly evolving how you meet the hard stuff.
This is another important thing to learn and it's not about having the answers.
Yeah.
It's about showing up with better questions.
Yeah.
Those questions, where do I need to grow? What matters most now? That's the mindset that keeps you moving.
So here's our challenge to you. Pick one of these habits. Start today. Let it shape how you handle setbacks. Don't wait for the perfect plan. Don't wait to feel ready. Start where you are with what you've got.
And if something doesn't feel right, and if it doesn't work, don't bin the effort. Ask what it taught you. Take something out of it. What gap did it reveal?
Fuel first means using the tough stuff as momentum. It's not the setback, it's what you do with it.
Pick on an habit. Might be data, your state, how you feel, your values. Pick one of them and start right away. Start today. That's how you stop fearing failure. You create distance between what you're thinking of doing and doing it, and then that creates fear. And start using it straight away.
Thanks
for sticking with us. Catch you next
time.
Next Tim. It was it Tiny Tim? Poor old Tiny Tim. His leg looks so lame.
Okay.